Okay. We'll take the legs up to the ceiling. And then we'll start by bending your knees in towards you, pulling the belly button to spine, and extend out to almost a high diagonal there. As you bend in, knees touch, and press extend. So chin is away from chest, rib cage is anchored down, and just do 3 more there. Pulling in with the belly button with every press forward. For 2. And 1, keeping it there, flexing through the heels and pointing through the toes. And flex, and point, 2 more, flex, and point, starting to feel that belly button to spine even more. And now heels together, toes apart, pulling it in, sending the legs a little lower as you go out on that high diagonal, and reach. As you're pulling that belly button to spine, the tailbone is anchored to the mat. So you're keeping this neutral spine as you're just slightly pulled in. For 2, 1, holding it out, flexing your feet and point. And flex the heels, really squeeze in your thighs. For 3, and 2, 1. Bringing the knees into the chest. Now we'll start to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up, taking your hands up and behind your head. Now the legs are going to go lower in parallel as you extend out, pull back in, and extend. That is if the toes are getting longer, and as if you're springing off something to pull you back in. So you reach and spring and in. For 2, hold it out on 1, flex the feet and point. And flex. Head is nice and heavy. For 3, point those toes. 2, hips extend out of the hips. 1, and bring the legs in and press out. Feet extend out of the hips, not hips extend out of the hips. Yes, reach out of the hips. And for 3, little lower. For 2, hold it out on 1. Head is heavy. Flex and point. And flex. Pull the belly button in. For 3, weight even on those hips. 2, and 1. Bring the knees into the chest. Grab it on. Give it a nice big hug. You'll lower the feet down to the mat. And then starting to curl the tailbone under you as you peel the hips up. So finding that hip flexor stretch in the front as you really tuck those hips, and then round through each vertebrae, sending it down into the spine. Again, we'll round it up. Power through the backs of the legs. And curling it back down, warming up the spine. This one we come up and hold. The right leg is going to come up to tabletop. You'll keep it there. And as you start to curl through the spine, you'll extend the leg out, reach forward. Your arms are reaching towards that leg. As it comes back in, you'll just reach the arms up to the ceiling. Press with that left leg, reach the hips high. Holding it there into the hamstring. Start to curl it back down. Stretch and reach. Pull into the low belly. Bring it in, lifting up. With that opposite leg, start to curl it down and extend. A little cramp, work through it. And coming up, press and curl and reach and lift. Can you pull your opposite glute into that standing leg? And it comes down and reach. One more time. In, lifting up. Both glutes together. Opposite one especially, the one that's in the air, pull in. And round through. Holding it out here. Legs together, heels together, toes apart. Start to pump your arms. Inhale. Big exhale through the nose. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Big connection to those heels, exhale. Can you pull those inner thighs in even more? Anchoring the ribs as if you're looking up and into something, into the belly button. Just 2 more breaths, and then we'll go to the other side. That's 1. Send it all the way out through the belly button, taking the right knee in. You'll bend your left leg. Start to lift up to the sky. Holding that position, rounding it down through the back, and extending the left leg out, reach. Starting to curl it back down, bend the knee. Lifting up. That left glute tries to pull to the right. Round it through and extend. Little cramp. And same thing. Curl it up, reach and left. Both glutes pull together. Round it down and reach. 2 more times. Bend and lift. Strong legs. Round it down and reach. 1 more. Press it up. Both glutes even together. Round through. And extend. Both legs come up for the second half of those 100. If your hips are hating you, just lift the legs a little higher. Pull into the belly button. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Imagine those heels really pulling out of the hips and then anchor the belly button down. 3 more deep breaths. Blow out through the nose. Last breath here. Taking the knees in. Grab on again without crossing the feet. And then just take both knees into the hands. Start to make little circles with your arms. And reverse. Good. Taking the legs down all the way. You'll reach overhead. Take a big inhale. Exhale, you'll just come up halfway with the arms by the ears. Pulling the chin to chest, anchoring those heels, and lift the fingertips up an inch higher as you peel the ribs, and then release back down. So we're stretching your upper body now out of the hips instead of the legs. We've already got that part. Now we're going to make you taller and reach the fingertips, lift, pull into the ribs, and lower down. 2 more times. Chin to chest, reach and lift, peel the rib cage, pull in and up, and lower. 1 more time without tension, tensing the neck. See if you can use your abdominals to lift up and return. Now we'll go for that full roll up. We'll start to reach the arms forward. We'll nod the chin to chest, and now it's going to seem nice and easy. Pull back into your low belly. Getting a little stretch there for a moment. Imagine someone pulling your fingertips out of your body as you start to roll back down. Scooping the hips and return. We'll try that again. Bringing the arms in and nod the chin and lift. Reaching up and over. Someone pulling the fingertips, you scoop and round back. 3 more there. Arms come up with the head, reach and lift. And just notice what's making you go up here. Is it your strength or is it your momentum? Try to get more into the strength and both sides of the body at the same time lifting up. 1 last time. No favoring aside, come right to the center. Reach it forward. You'll come all the way down to the mat. And let's peel the right leg up. Arms will just be in a little V. You'll start to cross it over. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my mat so I have a little space. You'll bring that leg over. You're finding a little twist of your spine, that hip peels up. And then you'll go the rest of the way down as you circle the leg and stop at the top. So you'll reach it to that side. Keep going with it, and it stops. You're going up and in, round it up. 2 more, pulling into the belly button to get that leg to that opposite shoulder. Last time here. And as you reverse, keep both hips on the mat. It goes around and up. We'll go this nice and quick for 3 and 2. Last one. Interlace the hands behind the thigh and pull it in. Flexing that foot and point the toes. Keep the knee straight. One more time. Flex and point. Bend your knee in. Send it down into that other side. Reach the left leg up. You'll reach it up and out. The hip peels off. Maybe you'll get a little crack. It comes around and stops at the top. Up and out. Both shoulders try to stay down. Pull in to go over. Yeah, so it's just a little tuck of the pelvis as you go up. Around. Last one. Lift. And then to the opposite direction. Keep both hips on the mat. We'll go nice and quick. Around and up. Around and up. For 3. Scoop that pelvis. For 2. And 1. Interlace the arms. Pull in the thigh. Flex through that foot. And point the toes. And flex. Point. One more time. Flex. And point. Bringing the knees into your chest. You'll send the legs up and over your head. Reach it on over. Take a big stretch of your back. And now try not to be on your neck too much. So feel your rib cage pull to the mat just slightly. Now pull the belly button to spine. Separate your feet. Flex your toes. And start to peel the spine down as you reach the head strong into the mat away from your chest. One more time. Send it up and over. Flexing the toes. Start to peel through. Head is heavy on the mat. And this time we go up and over. And we're going to send it straight up to the ceiling. Use the glutes. Now try to activate pelvic floor muscles. So send your legs a little away from you and send them higher to the ceiling. Draw the shoulders away from chest, neck long. Now you're in the right place. You'll bend your knees and start to curl through the spine as you release the low back all the way down. You'll grab your shins and rock yourself up to sit. Now reach for those ankles. Holding the balance, you'll just come back about 2 inches, maybe even 1 inch, and then forward again. So you'll rock back and hold, pull to the deep low belly and come up. The shins really press against your hands. That's what keeps you balanced. One more time. But you rock it all the way back. And rock it up and balance, keeping the heels close. Pull to that deep low belly. You have 3. Knees a little closer together. For 2. And 1. Let's bring the feet together, take a little stretch forward. Bringing legs back together, start to curl through the spine. We'll bring the right knee into your chest, left leg up, and switch. Really trying to get that shin close to your body, drawing both glutes together. On the next one, pull that knee in and hold. Both legs come out, and then bring the opposite knee in and grab. Both legs out, opposite knee grab. Both legs, squeeze the glutes and in. Both legs and in. One more time. And in. Now grab both knees, lower the head. Inhale here. Exhale, everything comes back up. You'll reach both arms and legs straight ahead. Then the arms will reach up. You'll circle around and in. This time they go straight out in front. Then the arms pull into the deep low belly, circle around and in. Everything reaches out. Arms up, around and in. 2 more. There you go, out, up, around and in. Last one, up, around and in. Take it down. Whew. We'll come back up. Reach for that right ankle, pulling it in twice. 1, 2. That second time gets a little bit closer towards your body. Body pretty much stays where it is. The legs and arms are going to work, and abs are working. Really pull for 6 and 5. That bottom leg stays still. 2, 1. Stay lifted. Just take the legs up, arms behind the base of your skull. Now you'll start to lower those legs, heels together, toes apart. 3, 2, 1, and lift back up. Lower. 3, 2, 1. You can just cradle the head here. Really draw belly button to spine, anchor it, tuck the pelvis. 2 more. Heels pull nice and tight. Last one. And halfway down and hold. Send the right knee in, twist towards it. Get long in that twist, and the opposite elbow back. And switch. Opposite elbow reaches, the torso stretches. And switch. Open the body. And open it back. 1 more, slow each side. And then go for a quick for 8, 7, 6, 5, twist, 4, as much as you can. For 2, 1, pull in the knees to the chest. Once again, get that nice tight hug. And we'll rock it all the way up to sit, hands behind the legs, and then taking the legs out in front. We'll reach the arms forward, up and over something, flex your feet, and go with the torso. Looking into that low belly. Maybe the head can reach a little further today. Or the hamstrings, get that stretch and then round it piece by piece back up. Try to hold on to the glutes here. What does that do? And then reach up and over. Keep holding on to those, make those work. No relaxing in the stretch, and then piece by piece, send it back up. 1 more time, reach up and over. Gluing glutes together. All the way back up, taking the hands behind your head. Let's have a little twist towards the opposite leg. Send the elbow to knee, lower down. Pull into that deep low belly, send both hips to the mat. And up. Twist, bring it up and over. Now anchor that opposite hip down, chin to chest and lift. 1 more each side. Trying to go deep into the stomach here. Being cautious with that articulation. We'll send it to that side and hold. And then slide the elbow forward. Get the major stretch in the hamstring, drop through that hip and twist extra. Bring it back up. It's like you're wringing your abdominals out with a towel, going up and over, slide it forward. Chin stays in, twist deeper in the torso. And back up. You'll take your legs to a cross, send your arms open here. This should feel nice on the hips. You're just gonna bring the arms together and open apart. Just kind of warm up that upper body a little bit and bring it in and out and in, dropping through the shoulders. For 4, touching the elbows. 3, 2, 1. You'll reach up to the ceiling. We'll reach it high and back to center and reach it high. Elbows can drop down a little bit to get that lat activation. And reach up. Chin stays in. Notice that back nice and straight. Hips are released. 2 more there. Up. Up. Good. Now taking the arms out to the sides, rotating them down to the 4 little circles with those arms. Dropping through the armpits. Slight bend of the elbow. For 4, 3, 2, reverse. strong with the fingertips. This is going to also warm up your upper body for the sliders. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping the arms, rotate up to the ceiling. You're going to cross the other leg in front without moving your arms. And then the arms reach up to the ceiling and back down. All the way to the hips and reach. And back down, palms up and reach. And lower, work from the back, up and down against gravity for 4 and 3, 2, holding it up on 1. Little circles as you go in front of you, palms still face the center. And then reverse the direction as you go back up. Notice your abs turn on. And reverse as you go down. 2, 3, 4, reverse, go up. 2, 3, 4, one more time, go down. 2, 3, 4, and go up. 2, 3, 4, taking your elbows apart, arms behind the head, shave the back of the head as you go up. Aiming to try and stay in that diamond shape with the hands as best as possible. Just for 5, shoulders drop. 4, use your back. 3, and 2, 1. Reach it all the way up and over. And then taking the arms forward, take a little stretch of your spine. Over to the front.
Oh man, I feel that in my shoulders.
Oh, yes.
That's good.
Major without weights too.
Yeah, I know.
So good. Let's come to hands and knees. Opening up everything, you're going to feel a major stretch to the front of the torso. And then curl underneath. And opening it up. And curl, return. 2 more there. Taking what you need for that upper body. And then finding a neutral spine. You're in neutral, but you're going to widen your back just a little bit. So you almost feel like you're slightly rounded through the upper as the neck is long. You'll tuck those toes and just hover the knees. So now you're in a little bit more stable shape. And you can hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Open the back up for that cat position. Coming back to that place. Widen the shoulders. Pulling through the belly to lift your legs. No momentum there. And you get to hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees open. One more time, really focus on this. Coming in, widen your upper body, slight round of that upper back, and then with your abs, just lift the knees, nice and slow. Pull in, that's different. Use that low belly. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way down, open out, and let's start to hinge the hips back. Taking this child's pose for the hips. You'll start to come down to the forearms. Let's send the fists together. Making this tight shape for the chest. The shoulders really drop and you're getting this major spine stretch and extension. And now tuck your hips under you a lot. 2 kicks with that right leg and return. 2 kicks left. Fists are really punching together. And think about pointing those toes so that you feel the hamstrings work. Hips nice and close to the mat. No space between. And spine is just a nice extension. Shoulders pull back a little more. Can you anchor the armpits more behind you? Don't lose your hips. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to lower down. We'll bring your hands down, and you can either bring the chin on it or your forehead, whatever feels better. You'll tuck your hips under you, and you're just going to lift that right leg up. It's going to tap all the way to the corner side. It lifts back up and lowers down. Into the left, lift. We tap the corner. We come back up and lower. Keep those hips tucked. Lift the leg. It won't go very high when you're doing this correctly because it's hard to keep those hips tucked. Reach up and tap. Bring it up and lower. Lift and lengthen. Reach it up and down. One more in the left and lower. Lift and down. You'll separate the knees slightly, bending the right knee in. Hips are still tucked. You're just going to lift that thigh off the mat with the right leg, so just the right. It comes up and down. Right toes to the ceiling. You're going to feel that right glute and hamstring. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it up on 1. Little pulses even more. For 4, tuck your hips. 3, 2, 1. Lower down, stretch it out. Tuck your hips into the left. Point the toes and lower. Lift the thigh bone off the mat. Reach and up. Feeling the resistance in your own body there as you fight through it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Little pulses there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it out. Heels together, toes apart. Straight legs. You'll lift the legs. Start to beat the legs out and in. Little beats as the forehead is heavy on the mat. In a nice turnout shape. For 8, 7, legs up. 6, 5, higher. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. And send the arms to the mat. Stretch it on back for a nice big rounded child's pose. Little shoulder roll there and reverse. You'll take your mat in half, folding it over. However many times you need to, you'll take both of your sliders. First, we're going to start on the hands. You'll bend your knees and then press your weight back, almost as if you're in this like down dog position. You're rounding your spine as much as you can. You're keeping the knees bent. They come slightly out and then pull them back in with your low belly. Keeping your arms at the diagonal. Your legs come slightly out, pull them back in. So we're going to try not to use the hip flexors. We're going to use the low stomach. Arms can be slightly bent and pull back in. For 4, round your back. It's not a lot of movement. 3, 2, 1. Slide it all the way out to plank, getting a little extension, releasing the upper back. Coming back up to plank and hold. Legs come out and back in. They go out and in. Out. Out. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Pike it up all the way in, all the way back out. Pike it up, straight legs, lift and lower. Weight even in the hands and wrists. Lift up. Just 2 more there. Straight legs, slide it all the way in. You'll hold it here. Send the heels down, take a bigger stretch. Release the hands. Grab onto the backs of the legs. You're gonna come down onto your forearms, sending the legs long, find that forearm plank. Taking the right leg, send it all the way out with a straight leg. Reach and out, left, reach. And lift towards your opposite shoulder. Keeping those hips up. It feels nice on the hip. For 4, 3, 2, 1. As you pull it in, you'll bend your knees lower to the mat and come all the way up. You're gonna turn around, facing your sliders. Bring your hands to the sliders. And then sending them out so you're in this nice bent leg position. In this extension, the legs flat on the mat, I think, and then slide it back in. You'll come out to that extension. Yeah, you want to lift the chest slightly, pull the ribcage together and slide it back in. You reach out. Open the chest to be in one piece. Draw the armpits in. Send it back in and slide. Slide out. It's almost like a modified plank. Reach. And in. One more time. And out. And in. We're just going for one arm. You're sliding it out. Bending left. Reach the right arm long. And return. Slide the left. Bend your right. Into these little tricep bends. Extend. Hips reach high. Reach it long. And up. And long. For 8, 7. Find that mid-back connection. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little break of your wrist for a moment. Send the weight to your hips and just take the hands over, finding this stretch in the wrist, because we are going to come right back up onto it. One more breath out through there. And then taking the hands back actually really helps. Now, you'll take it to a full plank. So now the sliders are underneath your wrists. You're holding it out. Feet are strong. You're taking the sliders out a few inches past the shoulders. Draw them back under you. That's the hard part. Keep the hips up high. Slide them out. Slide them in. They're only going to go about 2 inches forward and slide back in. You need that deep low belly. Tuck your hips. For 3 and in. For 2 and in. Last one and in. Start to walk yourself back in. Lower the knees down, take a stretch. Woohoo! We'll take those to the side for a moment. We'll stretch this back on out. And we'll turn around all the way. You'll come onto your side. Right side down. Supporting your head here. Lifting up the left leg up and away from your other leg and up and away from the hip. You'll bend it in towards you here, as close as you can get that knee to your elbow. And then extend the leg straight by pressing into the mat. Again, you'll bend, try to get it closer to your body and find that extension there. Now hold, flex the toes, 2 kicks forward there and sweep it back behind you. Now reach that same spot as you go 1, 2 kicks, 1, 2. And sweep it back. You know you can get that flexibility now. Go for it. And sweep. Feel it in your torso, deep in those low obliques. And that one side. For 4. And sweep. For 3. And back. For 2. Back. Last one. And back. Rotate that leg. You'll kick it up high to the sky. Flex that foot and point and lower. Flex and lower. Now use your glutes. Use the side waist. Next time you kick, you'll do 2 pumps forward on the front of your leg and then kick it up. Let's point the toes up. 2 kicks back with a flex foot. And lift and point, 2 kicks, flex. Lift behind. And reach in front. And lift behind. 1 more each side. Up and down. Now keeping that leg just circles against your other leg, nice and small. Pelvis is steady. Even take that other arm, try to balance as you anchor that leg to the mat and reverse. It's harder. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down. We'll bend your knees, coming up to that forearm, lifting the hips up. That top arm is up. We're going to take a little thoracic rotation. As you go underneath, hug your ribs and send it up. This is going to build, so we'll come under and open. Under. Open. 2 more. Exhale. And open. Last one. And so now we'll lower the hips. Next time we lift up, you're going to kick that left leg up. And it goes down. And lift. And down, making that star shape up. For 4. And up. For 3. 2. 1, holding it there, little lifts and lowers with that top leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking it in, let's reach up and over towards your ankles. Just got like this sensational tingling in my fingertips, so the blood is flowing here. And let's go to the other side. So we'll lay on the left, full series. Starting with that right leg, lifting it up, bending it in towards you, and extend it forward, keeping that length and height. Again, bend and get closer to your hand. Maybe move your hand out of the way, and then extend it. Pull in through the deep low belly, flex. 2 kicks from there, and sweep it back behind. And 2 kicks to that same height. Now that you know you can get it, and sweep. 1, 2. And reach. Good leg is completely straight now. Yes, it's coming from that side waist. And reach it back. 1, 2. Getting that nice stretch to the hip for 3. Reach for 2. Hold on to that side waist muscle. 1. Reach, turning out that leg. We'll flex it high, point and lower. Flex and kick. And you can get a little momentum for this one. And we lift up, use the glutes. For 3, 2, 1. On the way down, flex, 2 kicks, little kicks to the front. Beat, beat, point and kick up high. Beat, beat to the back. Point up, 2 kicks front. Point up and behind. So it's just a little bounce, bounce to the front of the ankle. And reach, 1 more each side. This one creeps up on you. And then little circles here with the leg. Pulling in strong from here. Taking that other hand. And reverse. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending it in. Coming up to that forearm. Taking that top arm. We're gonna lift it up. Holding that shape. Threading that arm through, open. Shoulders, and then reaching back up. And going over. And up. Find that big exhalation here. And reach, 2 more. And 1. You'll start to lower the hips down. On the way up, that top leg reaches to a star. You lower down and lift up, and lower, and lift for 3, and up for 2, up, 1. We hold it, little pulses with that leg for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down, reach up and over. Finding that nice big twist. Then we'll swing the legs to the front, rounding down. We're gonna go for that teaser because we're almost done. Reaching arms overhead, start to pull into the chin to chest. Come up about halfway. Lift the right leg up. Lift the left leg up. Now lift the upper body up all the way. Hold your balance and everything goes slow to the mat. We'll do that again. Coming up halfway. We're familiar with that. We'll lift the left. We'll lift the right. Now come the rest of the way up. No momentum. That's the hard part. Hold and lower it down. We have one more each side. So really don't use the momentum on that. Curl up halfway. Lift the right. High diagonal. Lift the left. Now inch forward as you pull deep to go up. It feels so much more controlled. Keep the C curve. Round it down. One more time. Halfway up. Left leg up. Right leg up. Curl deep and lift. Hold, 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 hold. All the way to the mat. Flipping over. We're going to go for a slow swim. So you'll come up onto those arms, reaching the right arm long, left leg long, and lower, touch the mat. Lifting up. This is going to feel really good after all that flexion. Reach. And that upper body's lifted, palms pressed to the mat, up. Tucking your hips. Lift. Simultaneously pressing down with that other arm for 4, and 3, 2. We're going to go for it nice and quick now. Everything off the mat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Round your spine, go back. Finding that nice big child's pose. We'll move this out of the way and you'll grab your sliders. Again, actually we only need one. I did this the other day. It was fun, so we're going to try it again. So you'll take one slider in your foot. You'll start with the right foot. Left leg will go straight in front of you. And it's parallel. Right leg is turned out behind you. And what you're going to do is take your arms to this stack them in front. You're taking this lunge. So you're sending the weight behind you and then you're going to pull it back in. And you're coming into that lunge. And pull. You're using your inner thighs. Send it back. Hand in. And pull like magnets between the two. For 4, reach it up. I already feel this from Monday. 3, 2, holding it back on 1, holding it there. Zip your pelvis underneath. Ooh, reach the arms up. Start to go all the way down to the floor. Now you're going to turn that toe so it's parallel. Now you're in this sort of lunge, you're up and over your leg. You're going to pull that leg in, use your stomach, slide it back. Get a little stretch for that hip each time. Pull it into your stomach, slide it on back. Stay hovering over that leg. You'll start to feel it if you lift that upper body up a little bit. Pull in and go back. For 3, weight is in that left heel. For 2, last 1, take this nice big stretch, send the hands to the inside of that leg, reach that leg strong back, maybe you'll reach that elbow down, that right elbow, and reach the left arm up. And coming back up, all the way up. We'll switch legs. So you'll round yourself to stand. Left leg is in a turnout shape. Right leg is parallel. We'll stack opposite arm on, sliding it back, and bring it forward. And it goes back, lunge. Notice if you're too far forward on the knee, just send the weight back in the heel more, and then it's more work for your legs. Slide in. Anchoring that heel to the ground for 4. Makes you think that ice skaters must be in the best shape of their lives. 3, professional ones. And 2, holding it down on 1. Tucking your pelvis, reaching the arms up. Slowly start to come down. Taking the hands to the floor, rotating the toes, facing downward. Puffing up your upper body here, so you're in a rounded upper body. You'll bring it in, use your belly button, send it back down to deep lunge. Stretch. Anchor that right heel, bring it in. Use that right glute, send it back. And reach and slide in. So this is one of those exercises where you could be not doing it right, and it could feel easy. So really anchor that right heel. Slide, 2 more. And it's a nice stretch. Once more. All the way down. We'll bring the hands on the inside. Left forearm down, reach it on up. Woo. And we'll bring it to center. Both feet down. Grabbing the backs of the legs. And then rounding it through the spine. Woo. Awesome job. Good for you.